The University of Ottawa campus is buzzing again this week with political action. This week, a referendum is on our hands. Students will be voting this week either yes to join the CFS, the Canadian Federation of Students, a union that facilitates collective action among students, or thanks but no thanks to the CFS. Let's find out how the referendum's going and see what students have to say about it.
What's the CFS?
The Canadian Federation of Students is nothing more and nothing less than the vehicle that students use to work on the issues collectively that affect us all. We unite over 500,000 students from the University of Victoria in British Columbia to Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador and all points in between. We work together to fight to reduce tuition fees, to combat rising student debt. We also offer the International Student Identity Card, which is an internationally recognized student travel discount card. Normally it costs $16, but it's free to members of the Canadian Federation of Students. But what we think the main issue is at the University of Ottawa is, are students better represented when they're alone? Or are students stronger and more effective when we speak as a united voice all across the country? And for us, the answer is simple. There is strength in numbers. Working together just makes sense, which is why we're encouraging students to vote yes in the referendum.
The Canadian Federation of Students has existed for 27 years in Ontario and realistically speaking has won no major victories in their mandate of reducing tuition fees. So you could say they're a fairly ineffective lobbying organization. In terms of membership fees, I know it's $14.30 for full-time students for a year, and it amounts to roughly $378,000 that we would be sending off to the Canadian Federation of Students every year. And that's roughly the amount of money that we use to fund almost all of our major services that are offered by the Student Federation of the University of Ottawa. So in terms of student politics, it's no small sum of money. What we would be funding exactly? It's arguable that bringing in over $5 to $6 million per year into a lobbying organization that hasn't really won any victories for us here in Ontario is useful. And a lot of the campaigns that they do fund outside of the lower tuition fee campaign, such as anti-Islamophobia, anti-sexual harassment campaigns, are ones that we already have done here on campus or would be capable of doing to the same effect at a lower cost. Students should look at both sides before they vote, just to make sure that they do consult both sides of the issue, because it is absolutely not a one-sided debate.
I don't want more paid student politicians. We already have enough on campus. And also, the whole deal with the ISID card, well, not everyone needs an ISID card, and I feel like it's just a carrot they're dangling in front of students to try to make them vote for something they don't really need.
I think it's important to support campaigns and campuses all across the country.
Also, the CFS has never gotten tuition fees lowered in Ontario.
But they have in other provinces where there's 100% membership.
I'm voting no.
I'm voting yes for trans-Canadian inter-student solidarity.
Will the CFS be successful in capturing the University of Ottawa? Or will students here claim their independence from this collective movement? Whatever the results, there is no question, this is student politics at its finest.